video about our field study 3. This video contains about the Learning Resource Center of the school, a reflection, observation, and analysis.
We hope that after watching our videos, you will learn, especially to those who are dreaming to be a teacher someday.
We are making this video for our field study 3. We will make sure after watching this video, you will learn. For our episode 1, the School Learning Resource Center. As we observe at Reneo L. Santiago, National High School of Metro de Jangas, there are a list of available learning resources such as print resources, posters, tarpaulins, manila papers, and documents, and folders. Printed materials are posted around the classroom walls and near the whiteboard so that the students will be able to notice immediately, and it is printed in color and were securely posted on the wall. Through these print resources, the students will familiarize of the new concept or information to the learners. It provides guidance and idea to the students who are familiar. In their audio resources, they have speakers and microphones. It is not new, but it's working properly. The school have also a non-electronic visual resources like specimen, mock-ups, models, tarpaulin, posters, whiteboards, or chalkboard. The science laboratory has a lot of stuff, which is very important in the teaching learning process. There are models and specimens that are being preserved so the learner can have a close to reality experience. We use computers, laptops, overhead projector, and television for their ICT resources. The school has resources that are very important to the teaching learning process. The resources or materials arranged properly according to their functions and characteristics. Students come at any given time if they want to look at the things displayed in their laboratory and computer rooms. The strength of Learning Resources Center is the teacher or facilitator has mastery of the subject matter or is a knowledgeable individual, but there's no enough space to move around.
For the benefit of the students, as well as the entire academy, the institution should produce additional units of computers to respond and accommodate the needs of their students, especially during trainings. Time for learning will be spared, and in that case, it will give them the impression of providing quality education to their students and stakeholders as well. There are still things that we want to learn more, especially when it comes to technology. It's the curiosity that gives us the urge to know more and learn about it. The thing that we want to learn before we become teachers someday is about video conferencing. This would be very useful, especially that the internet dominates the exchange of information around the globe. This will also give an opportunity of distant learning wherein students can be taught at home instead within just the four corners of the classroom. In this 21st century, technologies are highly much appreciated and useful.
display information. Bulletin boards are designed in schools to let the students read and be informed in any activities and be guided accordingly for the things that learners should know. Some are attractive and some are the interiors of boards that informative and some are not. The board display designed to reflect and the interest of the students, for example, to the and health and sanitation. It is the one of the most important aspects of our life that each one of us should be taken care of seriously. Some students use get in times with things concerning and related to health, but some are not interested. The language being used is the clear and simple. It does contain any catchy phrases or words which box meanings aside from that. Since graphic images were used to support the content, viewers will be able to understand it more clearly and well. The main purpose of the board display that we had observed is to deeply emphasize to the importance of the health and sanitation. To the concept and the ideas being presented, it is clearly presented out that healthy living is the possible and can always achieve through healthy and practices and the sanitation. It's a general based on the experience during the observation. The board displays in the conveying the important points of the message. It made us the pause for a moment and found ourselves reflecting about our own health practices. The designer or the board display should take into consideration and styles and approach as well as the arrangement and set up of the contents of the board display. They will be making.
For a teacher to come up with an effective bulletin board, he or she should have the following skills. First, communication skill. The teacher should have the skill for him or her to convey the important points of the board display with clarity. Second, analytic skill. Analysis is very important, especially when creating a board display that is set to impart a message to viewers. Because it is made, deliberate planning and organizing is needed to assure that the objectives in setting up the display are met. Third, technical skill. The teacher must have flavor, especially when it comes to some technicalities. In creating a board display, it requires the knowledge and skill of using various tools and equipment to successfully accomplish the task. The teacher must be knowledgeable and capable enough in utilizing this implement for him to be safe and away from any danger. Fourth, computer skill. Some of the most important pieces of information that might be very useful in making an effective board display comes from the internet. The teacher should have this skill for him or her to be more updated with the latest topics relevant to what he or she is making. Fifth, artistic skill. The teacher must possess this skill for him or her to create a stunning and aesthetic piece of art which will entice every viewer's attention. Some of us already have those skills we had mentioned above. We developed those through the experiences we obtained since high school. We are able to learn and develop those skills that we consider to be critical in when creating an effective and efficient board display. For us, we still have to continue developing and improving these skills which we have already. Learning is a continuous process. As long as we live, we're still willing to know and learn more about the things around us. If there's any opportunity that might comes along the way, we will take and grab it.
employed when presenting lessons that use sophisticated materials and equipment, as well as technical know-how. As many people know, learning is more effective when all the senses of the human body are involved. We think this is the main reason why the teacher decided to choose the learning materials. Example, Realia. He had used during his class. He is already aware that the learning of his students will be much more effective and meaningful if he will use those materials that will elicit involvement and engagement among them. Well, based on the things we observed, the teacher is concerned about the procurement and availability of the materials to be used in the class, particularly with regards to Realias. He is already aware that these are quite costly and expensive compared to any other learning materials and sometimes hard to find. In that case, we will deliberately make a plan ahead of time about the materials and equipment we will be using in our class, making sure that each one of those is readily available and affordable as well. Indeed, all the learning resources or materials had been utilized effectively. All of it had been used by the students in the return demonstration they had after the teacher. Most of them were able to exhibit the same thing the teacher had demonstrated. It only means that the effectiveness of the learning resources used by the teacher had manifested on the way the students participate in that class activity.
If we were the teacher, we will utilize the same approach and method of teaching used. Prior to the beginning of the session, we will make sure that everything is prepared and ready, including the teaching materials and learning resources that we'll be using. On the lesson proper, we will first introduce them the learning objectives. This will give them the mindset and overview about the activities that we will be engaging with during the entire session. After then, we'll proceed with the discussion of the topic in organized and systematic manner. We will just simply follow those things we wrote on our lesson plan. During the delivery, we will conduct a demonstration and have my students do the same afterwards. This will test their understanding as well as the retention of the concepts and ideas they had acquired during my discussion. Finally, to maximize their learning experience, we will let them synthesize and apply all the things they had encountered along the way.
Thank you for watching. Magandang